Yeah, man. I don't like talking about it because it's just so hard to like. I would like to get to know if it could be. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Besties, as you already know. And if you didn't know, baby, well now you know. And that's on period, that's on period. I know that's on Mary Shadow Lamb, okay? Periods. So guys, today's video is today we're filming a updated Q&A. Yeah, apologies for the shadow that is on my face. I'm sitting in front of the window and the sun is setting, so technical difficulties. We having technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty. We having we having we having technical difficulty. We having technical.
But anyways, as long as you can see me and as long as you can hear me, okay, period. Guys, the head that I'm wearing today is new. I got this unit from Boomy's collection. The details will be down below. Periods. Look at my edges. They giving American girl, okay, period. Anyways, let's get into this Q&A. I've been on and off on YouTube for the longest time now, and I just feel like I need to tell you guys what has been going on. And yeah, I put up a question sticker on my Instagram, as you already know, the nitty-gritty like details of how we do Q&As. So yeah, I got my questions here in my journal, my cute journal. These are all the questions. So yeah, let's get into it. I didn't get a lot of questions, and I was glad, because the one thing about me, I will ramble, I will talk through the questions, right? So hey, so honestly, how has life been, baby? Do you want me to answer this? Do you want me to answer this honestly? Because I will answer it. To just update you guys, I don't know when the last live update was and what I talked about, but I'll just give you guys a brief summary of the year so far, like my year so far. Okay, beginning of the year, I registered to study my advanced diploma in public relations. So yeah, I am a fourth year student, research student, period, honey. Okay, period. So yeah, I am studying my fourth year in PR, and then I did that because I did not have a job. I was still doing my in-service training at the last place that I did my in-service training in, Durban. So I was like, let me just continue with my studies because I don't have a job. I and do nothing, you know. So I continued with my studies, and yeah, and then I was trying to be a content creator. I was trying to be that girl, you know, all of that, but it really wasn't like solid. And then out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, I got a job, my first like proper dream internship, literally my dream internship. If you follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, you probably know about that. So yeah, that's what we did. Sana, my dreams, every day I was waking up and living my dream, okay. Yeah, that was really amazing. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, 3 months down the line, we realized that this is not what we want to do. No, I wouldn't say I realized that it wasn't really what I wanted to do, but yeah, some things just work out, some things don't work out, and unfortunately that venture didn't work out, and then I had to resign from my job. So yeah, and then when was that? That was in September. I grew a lot in that place. Like, yo, I became independent, not only financially, but in G. Even at rest, even at like a varsity, I became independent. But like, I feel like getting a job was very great for me. Like, you know, I was busy, a lot was happening. And then after that, I resigned. And then what happened after that? Yo, Sana. Gashawa stroke. Gashawa stroke. Though, like, I'm being dead ass. Like, I'm not joking. I literally, yeah. So yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Like, how does a 21-year-old get hit by a stroke? As guys, stressy life, like I did say, some things. I was very stressed at work. I was stressed in my personal life. So everything was just too much coming at me, and then I guess the stress got way too much. It overtook me, and gashawa a mild stroke. It wasn't a bad stroke, but it was a stroke. And yeah, I'm okay now. Thank God, I'm healed. I'm fine. Like I was so scared that this was the side that Isashawa is stroke. Yeah, I think so. I was so scared that this hand wouldn't be mobile like before, but thank God I healed in less than 2 weeks. I was fine. Yeah, it works. Like I haven't tested it out in a long time actually, because I couldn't do the same things that I could do with this hand, like stretching it like this. See, like it's a bit slower on this side, you know. I could not do this. I could literally not, but there is improvement, so I'm just glad. I had to do like, what you call it, physical therapy, whatever. I didn't go to like the actual hospital. I got like some YouTube videos and then did it. It was very draining for me because I was reminded all the time of what happened, you know. Even just thinking about it right now makes me emotional. Yeah, man. I don't like talking about it because it's just so hard to like wrap my mind around the fact that like I'm 21 years old and I had such a chronic medical issue, you know. Yeah. I don't want to cry because my lashes aren't glued well and then they're gonna come off. Oh my word, now my lash coming over. I don't have glue, guys. Okay, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Okay, guys, so I'll put my lash back on. It's not the best, but I tried. Okay, let me try and shift it to this side a little bit. Yeah, okay, I think that's better. So yeah, man, yeah, that's what happened. And then literally after that happened, I left my job immediately after. And then I stayed at home. I became a full-time content creator, full-time influencer, and opportunities have just been coming at me left, right, and center. Like, you know, like the spirit of money, the spirit of opportunities just is hitting me, and I'm here to receive. Hey, this lashy, yo, Kanya. Oh wow, oh tikawam, oh gosh, guys. If you can tell that my lash looks weird in this video, please don't say anything. You were here when it happened. You know what happened, okay? Please. Thank you. Let's continue. So yeah, what was I saying? Now I'm a full-time influencer, full-time content creator. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. That's how life has been lately. In terms of like my faith, that went, no, like I'm gonna be 100% honest, like so funny. But yeah, every day is a new chance to try again. Me and God are good, you know. Me and God are good. We are just trying. Well, let me say I'm trying, because one thing about God, he remains the same. He remains constant. It's here in the lab. We waver, we go left and right and center, but he remains the same always. So yeah, that's the update. Like, how has life been? That's it. That's all I can say. That's all I can give you. Okay. The next question: have you abandoned Zulu tradition? Okay. I'm fixing my boundaries every day as I grow my relationship with Christ. Okay, I feel like this is not a good look. This is tunes. Let me try and pagam a little bit more. Guys, please forgive me. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Like, and guys, I don't know. Cause lili lang aliang manch. I hope you guys don't mind, ne? I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm learning as I go, and I'm fixing my boundaries as I go. Guys, nisho ni right ngale lang. Okay, Askubek. It's just a technical difficulty for today. So yeah, some things that I accepted last year, I don't accept now. You know, some things that I participated in last year, I don't participate now. There's still some things that I do participate in right now that I feel maybe like 3 months down the line that I won't be participating in. So yeah, to my fellow Christians, I'm sure you know this. Like, one thing about Christianity, it's a journey. It's not a 1 day thing. It's not a season. One thing about us, we like talking about seasons, but one thing about Christianity, it's a journey. So yeah, that's all I can say right now. So I won't say I've abandoned Zulu tradition. I'm very much Zulu. I'm aware of that. I love being Zulu J, you know, but there's some practices that I'm not so about, you know. So yeah, the next question, do you plan on leaving KZN? Definitely. Like, I don't have a plan right now, but I do plan on leaving this place in the future. One thing about KZN, love you guys so much. This place is awesome, but yeah, Mina, no, not for me. If you've watched my channel for the longest time, or if you know me in general, you probably know that I've been wanting to go to Cape Town. I'm so sorry if I'm fidgeting with my hair. I've been wanting to leave Durban for Cape Town, so I'm probably gonna go that side. Yeah, Cape Town is my dream place to live, like stay. Okay, well, work. Let me say work. Yeah, Cape Town is my dream place to work, like find my feet as a young woman. Probably Johannesburg would also work because I'm a content creator. That's the space for content creators and influencers. But Cape Town is where I want to go. In terms of like living like as an adult, I feel like I really want to stay in a place that is quiet, far off. If you know the Midlands, Asagay, Berthers Hill, that's me. That's me and my children and my husband. That's us. That is literally us living on a farm with horses. We see the train passing every 2 days. Greenery, money. Gee, you know, that's us. So yeah, the next question is, Uya courtship. Literally, that's the question. That was what was written on the thingy. Uya courtship. If you asked me this question like 5 months ago, I would have said yes. I was very much active in the courtship industry. I was that girl. Now the license proper, it looks so much better, you know. But yeah, I was a active girly for the courtshiping, Christianity jollaring thing. But right now, I don't know. Like I said, Christianity, I'm not wearing a bra, guys. I'm so sorry. Christianity is a journey. It is literally a journey. You learn some things. You'll say something now, and 2 days later you won't be in agreement with that thing. And that's why it's so important to be in line with the Holy Spirit. So you don't just do anything, you know. So yeah, I feel like courtship is a great concept. I love it. It's amazing. Just don't lose the Lord. Just don't lose like hearing the Holy Spirit, because one thing about us, we will lose hearing the Holy Spirit. So yeah, as long as you're doing things with God's guidance and listening to the Holy Spirit and your inner man, I don't think anything could go wrong. Guys, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that everything's gonna be perfect. Life happens, you know. Life happens. Just because something went wrong, it doesn't mean that, I don't know how to put this, but like, life happens, guys. You won't always get it right. You won't always be perfect. That's what I've learned as a young Christian. I need to do a video about that, like what I've learned as a young Christian since I gave my life to Christ. But yeah, the next question, no questions, just proud of you. Don't be no cheese. Period. I love this so much. Okay, next question. I'm trying to mix these up. What was your first job ever? What was my first job? Like my first gig ever. Okay, matric, did I work? No, I did not work. First job, it was probably a promoted gig, to be quite honest. In my account, it was promoting, which I feel like is the case for so many like young people. I promoted in varsity. I was a promoter. I was one of those girlies who wore the black dresses, short skimpy dresses, baby. That was me. I was promoting in the club. Yeah, that was my first job. But it wasn't a club, a P&B scene, lounges. You know what I'm, yeah, do you get me? Yeah, that was me. That was my first job. I was a promoter. Yeah. Yeah. And then that was my first job. Like, if you're talking about a real job, it was probably my last internship at Mbuso Media as a marketing intern. And then, okay, next question. What advice would you give to a 19-year-old girl in university? Okay, 19. What year was I in when I was in 19? Second year. Okay, you're in second year. Live. Okay, I shouldn't be saying that, but live. I'm joking. I feel like I don't know if you're Christian or not. As a Christian, actually, this should be my main advice. I shouldn't be giving worldly advice anyways, but like, yeah, for me as a Christian, as a young woman who's saved, sana the ghetto, I'd say firstly, live in your means. Live within your means. Yes. Live within your means. Don't pig out with people who have money. If you get an allowance from home, that's even better. That's great. That was me. I had my NSFAS and I had an allowance from home. But I would say enjoy varsity, bruh. Life after varsity is hard, and no one tells you that. Yo, enjoy varsity, dog. Like, enjoy having the option of waking up and not going to a lecture. Enjoy that, cause kuzophela. Like, another advice I'd give you as a 19-year-old in varsity, find internships. I know it's hard because you're literally still in your second year, but start working, start interning, start doing your in-service training. I know your peers are not doing it. I know you probably have to go to classes. Find a way to manage it. I don't know, maybe you could volunteer in the field that you're in, but start early, start soon, so that by the time you finish varsity in your third year or whatever, you have experience. You have some tangible experience. Because one thing about us, we can't get internships because we don't have experience, you know? So yeah, I'd say that. And then the next question is, what is your favorite Bible verse? It's Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. I'll put it up here. Trust in the Lord your God with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. You know? Yeah. That is, ooh. Yeah, even though I don't do it all the time. I admit I'm a mess. No, literally, I admit. Even though I don't do it all the time, I love that verse because it reminds me all the time of what I should do. Like, no me see pity inga pigana naso, no me see no my yini literally that I'll be facing in a particular season or in a particular situation. When I say that verse, it just brings me back to the right place. It brings me back to the plumb line, the truth, which is God, which is the way, which is life. Literally, trust in God. What it angas ngathini ulahlekelwe umsebenzi, trust in the Lord your God with all your heart. You fell, you sinned, trust in the Lord your God. Do not lean on your own understanding. You are tempted to sin. Trust in the Lord your God. You're broke. You don't have money. Trust in the Lord your God. Literally. Trust in the Lord your God. I'm talking to myself right now. But yeah, do that. So the next question is, how's life after grad and how did you get your first internship? So, I'd say life after graduation is very... Number one, I'll say this. I miss race. Yo, Sana, I miss living alone. I miss living alone. One thing about me, I'm a homebody and I love living alone. So that's the first thing. Like, I will say it's like life after varsity is not the cutest. Even though I'm still in varsity, but I don't have the varsity experience anymore because I don't stay at race, you know? But yeah, well, the question was, how's life after grad? So you probably mean like work. Imali mnandi, guys. Fundani. Imali mnandi. One thing about having financial freedom after getting a job is the best. Like being able to just move around freely whenever you please. You know, I mean, you do wait for your payday, but like when payday does come, the money's there, you know. Imali kona. So yeah, Fundani, please. If you're still in varsity and you're watching this, Funda sisi, and don't only just learn, get experience. That's my main thing, mina bra. Like, yeah, varsity is great, qualification is great, but experience, well, I'll talk about my field, my industry. I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about PR. Get experience. Your qualification doesn't mean anything. Well, it gets you in the door, but it doesn't mean anything. So yeah, how did you get your first internship? A friend of mine had reposted the poster that the company had posted that they're hiring. I emailed the email that was written on the poster, sent my portfolio. They called me for interview. 2 weeks later, I got the job. I knew, one thing about me, I knew I had that job. Like, I knew I had that job in the bag the day of the interview, after the interview. Like the way that my supervisor Obongi was just talking to me, I was like, okay, no, this was just what you call, there's this word I'm looking for, but yeah, this was just the precautionary measures that were taken. But they knew they wanted me. They knew they weren't. If one of them was watching this video, so you keep the embarrassment. But guys, now let's be honest, the way Bongi was talking to me, I knew that I was gonna be hired. Like literally, it was just a matter of like, okay, I see a Zeppeli interview just to be professional, you know. But yeah, and then okay, I have like 3 questions left. Advice you would give to people struggling with their faith. Number 1, get friends who also have the same goal as you, which is like pursuing God, pursuing Christianity, etc., etc. Yeah, so I'd say like have friends, have a community in the church, whatever it may be, that'll help you. Do that, number 1. Number 2 is Bible study. Don't just read the Bible study the Bible. That's how I learned to like grow my faith. I was studying the Bible. So if you don't understand what that means, just look up like on Pinterest or like Google or like YouTube, just how to study the Bible, you know. Is my lash off? Yeah, so study the Bible. Thirdly, pray about it. I know sometimes people say pray about it and it sounds easy. Like, pray about it. Be determined. Like, make that your prayer point. Every single night, pray about it. God, help me strengthen my faith. Help me strengthen my faith. What was the question? Yeah. Like, make that a prayer point. Right now, I'm also struggling with my faith. And I've made it a prayer point with God. Like, just help me, Lord. Like, help me. And like I said before, I said this earlier on in my video. Christianity, faith, salvation is a journey. Like, I'm getting emotional again and I don't want to cry because like my lashes. But like, I wish someone had told me this. Well, people did tell me actually. Like, a lot of people say this on social media, even friends. But if you're a Christian and you're watching this and you're young, please just know that Christianity is a journey. It's not a season. It's not something it's not always going to be nice. Yeah, but when city Christianity is a journey, we mean that this is the rest of your life until eternity. Clock that. It's not dying to yourself today and then tomorrow or next year you're going to continue with your previous life or the life that you lived before, or just not doing things so much in obedience. No, it's living in obedience every single day for the rest of your life until you gain righteousness, until Christ comes back. I just want my young Christians to because I didn't understand that. It's life is not going to be rosy when you get that job. You're not going to have to be less of a Christian or be less obedient when you get that job. Just because you're at home or you're a student or you're unemployed and you're on fire for God and you're in your prayer closet and everything is okay now, doesn't mean that when you get that job or when you find your husband or when you get whatever you're chasing, the dream that you're chasing, you're going to have to be less obedient to God, or you're going to have to pray less, or you're going to have to be less in ministry. No, every day until eternity. That's something I did not understand. I feel like for the longest time I thought that I was in my single era, I was in my season of separation. When I found my husband, when I do find my husband, it's gonna be so much easier. It's no longer obedient. But what's the word? It's no longer. I'm no longer living in discipline because I've met my husband. What am I in discipline for? Because I've met my husband. No, you're gonna have to be disciplined in even the marriage. Even the marriage. So yeah, I feel like that's the advice I'd give you. Just clock in your mind that this is forever. And you won't always get it right. That's another thing. You're not always going to get it right. There's some days where you're gonna fall. And you will fall, trust me. You will fall. I'm not saying go fall tomorrow. And I'm not being the devil by saying you will fall. But you will fall. You will fall. But the main thing is that you get right back up and you focus on God. You may lose everything, but don't lose the Lord. That's my thing. So yeah. It's not always going to be rosy, bro. Literally. Yes, it's rosy when you gain salvation, when you gain Christ, when you are reborn, when you're born again. But, yeah. Okay, I have 2 more questions. What encouraged you to stop living for the world and turn to God? Excuse me. Ooh, ciao. One thing about my story, how I was born again, how I got saved, it wasn't a me decision. In as much as it was a me decision, but it's not a matter of I can't. No. How do I explain this? I had an encounter with God, literally. And I could not deny him. So I wouldn't say something encouraged me to stop living for the world. I literally just had an encounter with God. And if you have an encounter with God and you deny him still, you're mad. Because how? So I just feel like it was God's grace for me, honestly. It was God. One day I was in the world, and one day I woke up and I was like, yeah, no, I'm giving my life to God. Even though it was my choice, even though I said it myself, even though I made that vow to God that I was giving my life to him, he did it all. Literally, that's the thing about giving your life to God. He's the one who calls you out. Singakushumayeza, sirabakaya, sishabereke buya. Until God calls you out himself and says, come to me, my child. until God does it himself. So yeah, it was God. It was him. He did it, not me. Last question. Since you became celibate, do you ever get horny? No. Okay, let me put it like this. When I was pure, when I was living when I was... Okay, let me put it like this actually. When I gave my life to God, most of the desires or most of the things that I was interested in, the desire went away. More especially the desire to fulfill my sexual needs or whatever. That literally disappeared. I don't know how, and it's him. It was literally him. So like I would never like I won't get horny. Okay. I understand me, you know, that would be triggered if I watch something that is dirty, or if I listen to music that is dirty, or nah, I don't even get horny if I look at someone who's attractive. Nah, that's too deep, you know. The most recent time I got horny was when I pushed the boundary and I got involved with someone. Yeah, that's a story for another day, but that's when that came back for the first time. My lighting just got so dark, but yeah, that was the first time like that came back. So yeah, but yeah, when you give your life to God and you put okay, let me say this. I think it's because I think it's because my purity was something that I gave to God in prayer so much. I literally prayed about it all the time, literally almost every single day. I took it to God every day. I was like, because I was very much sinning in that area before I gave my life to God. I was masturbating. I wasn't having sex because I wasn't in a relationship, but before I was having sex, you know, I was watching porn. I was doing all of those things. So I knew it was something that I had to bring to God in order for me to stop, you know? Yeah, because I knew it was wrong when I was doing it. I'd stop for 1 day, I'd stop for 2 days, and be like, I didn't do it for 3 days, and then I'm going to do it eventually again, you know? So bring it to God. If it's something that is bothering you, it's something that you're doing, just take it to God and ask him to take the desire away. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the end of the video. I love you guys so much. If you watched the video till this point, I love you. Leave a comment down below what you think. I'm sure you've already left a comment if you were intrigued by something or interested in something. But yeah, I'm so sorry that this video is so long, but hey, every once in a while I only need to sit down like every year, you know. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Bye.